Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn, and here's the headlines. Vietnam and Brazil elevate bilateral relations to strategic partnership. Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia hold joint search rescue exercise. Preserving ethnic cultural heritage in schools. On November the 18th in Hanoi, on the occasion of the 42nd anniversary of the Vietnam Teachers' Day, November the 22nd, 1982-2024, the Ministry of Education and Training, the Vietnam National University, Hanoi, and the University of Economics and Business, Hanoi, organized a meeting with outstanding teachers and education manager. Party General Secretary To Lâm addressed the event. At the event, Minister of Education and Training Nguyễn Kim Sơn stated that after 40 years of renewal and 10 years of implementing the resolution on basic and comprehensive reform in education and training, the education and training sector has made profound changes, resulting in many important outcomes. Addressing the event, Party General Secretary To Lâm congratulated and commended the education sector, educators and educational administrators for recent achievements in education reform, while sending the best wishes to generations of teachers nationwide on the occasion of Vietnam Teachers' Day. The goal of completing the course of innovating education and training from now until the end of the 14th Party Congress is considered a difficult and challenging task. However, the valuable lessons of the mass education movement have strengthened our belief that we will succeed when we have clear goals, smart policies, and creative methods. Party Chief To Lâm asked teachers and education managers to foster themselves to truly become role models for students to follow. On this occasion, the party chief awarded the third-class labor order to the University of Economics and Business under the Vietnam National University, Hanoi, in recognition of its contributions to training, scientific research, and technology. During his official visit to Brazil and participation in the G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro on November 17, 2024, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính held talks with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. The two leaders agreed to elevate the relationship between Vietnam and Brazil to a strategic partnership. Reflecting on the 35-year history of diplomatic ties, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính highlighted 5 key areas of alignment and mutual complementarity in the Vietnam-Brazil relationship: shared ideals and trust, close cultural affinities, complementary and mutually reinforcing economies, warm and sincere friendship, and a common aspiration for peace and progress. Expressing his full support for the Prime Minister's assessment, President Lula da Silva agreed to work together on measures to further strengthen bilateral ties. These include enhancing exchanges at all levels, particularly at the highest levels of leadership, and ensuring the effective implementation of previously signed cooperation agreements. President Lula also expressed his appreciation for Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính proposal for Brazil to recognize Vietnam's market economy status and for the initiation of negotiations on a free trade agreement with the South American Common Market in 2025. This agreement would bring tangible benefits to both nations and contribute to their mutual development. The two leaders jointly decided to upgrade Vietnam-Brazil relations to a strategic partnership and issued a joint statement outlining the key principles and strategic directions for this enhanced partnership. They also instructed the respective foreign ministries to accelerate and development finalization of the comprehensive framework for this new strategic partnership. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính welcomed Brazil's decision to participate in the Vietnam International Defense Expo in December 2024, expressing confidence that Brazil's presence would significantly contribute to the success of this important event for Vietnam's defense industry. In a spirit of cooperation, President Lula extended a warm invitation to Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính to attend the United Nations Climate Change Conference and the BRICS Plus Leaders Summit in Brazil in 2025. On this occasion, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính conveyed the heartfelt invitation from General Secretary Tô Lâm and President Lương Cường for President Lula da Silva to visit Vietnam in 2025, to which President Lula gladly accepted. As part of the G20 summit and bilateral activities in Brazil, on the morning of November the 17th local time in Rio de Janeiro, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính met with the leaders of 4 major Brazilian corporations. During a meeting with Embraer, the world's third-largest aerospace manufacturer, which has previously collaborated with Vietnam's Bamboo Airways, Mr. José Zerador, the global vice president, expressed a strong interest in expanding comprehensive cooperation with Vietnam. The Prime Minister encouraged Embraer to consult with Vietnam on aviation development, engage further with local partners for specific cooperation, execute commercial contracts, build a sustainable fleet, and ensure flight safety. The Prime Minister then met with Mr. Celso Nunes, Innovation Director of Alterosa Group, a company offering payment solutions and financial technology services. He praised Alterosa's operations in Vietnam, stressing the potential for further cooperation, particularly in digital security solutions and smart card technologies. Mr. Marcio Rodrigues, CEO of JBS, parent company of Sierra, Brazil's top industrial chicken meat producer, highlighted the potential for businesses with Vietnam, despite geographical distance. He noted JBS' existing partnerships with Vietnamese companies and expressed a desire to make Vietnam a strategic hub for the Asian market in livestock, food security, dairy, and leather industries. Mr. Roger Zhang, Chairman and CEO of Oceanside One Trading, discussed expanding business ties with Vietnam. The company, a top American trading corporation with several subsidiaries in Brazil, has an agreement to export automotive ties from Vietnam to Brazil. Mr. Zhang aims to increase imports from Vietnam and boost trade turnover by 15 to 20% annually, benefiting both farmers and consumers. On the evening of November the 18th in Hanoi, the arts program Together Safeguarding the Country was held. The event saw the attendance of Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Hòa Bình, head of the party Central Committee's Commission on Information and Education Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Minister of National Defense General Phan Văn Giang, Secretary of the Hanoi Party Committee Bùi Thị Minh Hoài, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, and National Assembly Vice Chairman Trần Quang Phương. At Thăng Long Imperial Citadel, a space filled with historical colors, art performances and real-life live performances were staged using modern 3D mapping technology, high-end soundscape system and laser light, recreating heroic historical period from the Hung Kings who established the Văn Lang state to the Ho Chi Minh era. The event is a tribute of today's generation to predecessors for their great contribution, while also strongly arousing the pride and spirit of national solidarity, joining hands and making the most of opportunities and advantages, pushing back risks and challenges to bring our country into a new era, the era of the national's rise with brilliant achievements. On November the 18th in Hanoi, the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army organized a scientific conference themed The General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, 80 years firmly forging ahead under the Communist Party of Vietnam's flag, on the occasion of the 80th founding anniversary of the General Political Department, December the 22nd, 1944-2024. General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, addressed the event. Speaking at the event's opening ceremony, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết emphasized that throughout the building, fighting and development of the heroic Vietnam People's Army, our party and President Ho Chi Minh were always determined that political strength is the most significant factor in creating the Vietnam People's Army's overall quality and combat power. Addressing the conference, Minister Phan Văn Giang affirmed that party and political work led in building a new style military for the working class. Our party and President Ho Chi Minh have determined the basic viewpoints on the party's leadership over the military, and that party and political work has become the soul and lifeblood of the military. On November the 18th, the defense ministries of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia launched a joint search and rescue exercise themed rescue and relief activities at collapsed structures at the Royal Gendarmerie of Cambodia Training Center in Kampong Chnang Province, Cambodia. As the set scenario goes, due to the impact of a tropical depression, landslides caused the collapse of buildings and houses of people in the border area. Participating forces coordinated to conduct search and rescue, provide first aid, then transfer patients to field hospitals or transport seriously ill patients to higher-level hospitals. Military Region 5 was assigned to representing the Vietnam People's Army to participate in the exercise. Participating officials are selected from Military Hospitals 13 and 17, Engineering Brigades 270, and equipped with many modern search and rescue vehicles and equipment. This is an opportunity to strengthen cooperation in the field of search and rescue among the militaries of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia, contributing to improving the ability to coordinate in humanitarian assistance and international medical relief. On November the 18th in the Philippines, shooters of the Vietnam People's Army's contingent continue to compete at AYAM 32 with the theme Strengthening Cooperation and Friendship Towards Regional Stability. More to follow. After the morning competition, out of 5 competing teams, the Vietnam People's Army's shooting team ranked first with a total time of 1 minute 37 seconds. The Thai team ranked second and the Philippine team ranked third. On November the 22nd, Vietnam and Thailand will compete in the final. The AYAM 32 saw the participation of 10 contingents of excellent shooters from armies of the 10 ASEAN member countries. The Vietnam People's Army contingent, with 25 shooters, will compete in 5 categories, namely men's pistol, women's pistol, rifle, carbine, and machine gun. Coming up next, distinguished teachers, educators in Ho Chi Minh City honored with Võ Trường Toản Award. Preserving ethnic cultural heritage in schools. On November the 18th, Ho Chi Minh City organized a ceremony to commemorate the 42nd anniversary of Vietnamese Teachers' Day and honor 50 distinguished teachers and education managers in 2024 with Võ Trường Toản Award. This year, the award honors 50 education managers and teachers at all levels of education, including preschool, primary, secondary, high school, vocational education, and specialized education. They're exemplary teachers with good moral qualities and working ethics, with creative teaching methods. They've also actively implemented digital transformation in their work, earning the trust of their peers and the respect of students and their parents. The Võ Trường Toản Award, a traditional award of the Ho Chi Minh City's education sector, aims to honor the contributions of teachers and education managers on the occasion of Vietnam Teachers' Day. Thanh Uyên District in Lai Châu Province hosts a diverse mix of ethnic communities. This cultural diversity poses challenges in preserving and promoting ethnic identities. Schools in the area have introduced traditional games, dances, folk songs, and other cultural activities into extracurricular programs to pass down cultural heritage to the younger generation. Ta Mung Primary Boarding School has led initiatives in preserving cultural values. Teachers have set up clubs to promote ethnic heritage, where students can engage in hands-on learning about their own and other ethnic culture features. At school, our teachers teach us cultural performances and songs. I feel very happy and proud to sing and dance these traditional pieces. I hope that our songs can reach other communities and my own peers. As a teacher and a Hmong community member, I want students to keep their cultural identity alive. I started a khen dance club so students can practice and preserve our traditions. In boarding schools, students only go home on weekends on holidays. Teaching them traditional dances and ethnic games helps them learn about and engage with their unique cultural values. We plan to keep promoting the cultural space at Nậm Pat village linked with the local market. Each month, we aim for one school to bring teachers and top students to participate in activities that preserve cultural values. All 23 primary and secondary schools in Thanh Uyên have cultural clubs, and 22 schools have created their own cultural spaces, making the district a model for promoting cultural heritage in Lai Châu province. This is the end of the QPVN news today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.